well, the time has finally come. I mean, I never thought this day would really get here. I always thought this movie would just kind of always be this mysterious thing that we don't know about, and now it's in our hands. We have it. It is ours to hold and own, and it blows my mind, honestly. I mean, we're talking about Spider-Man: No Way Home. Spider-Man: No Way Home was released in 2021. It was written by Chris Mckenna and Eric Sommers, and directed, of course, by John Watts. Before we get started, there will be no spoilers. This is going to be a short video. I don't want to spoil anything. There is so much to spoil. If I say anything, I'm going to edit it out, because it's that important to me that you go into this not knowing, like, pretty much anything. It's incredible. I will say that I watched this last night at midnight, so it's only been a few hours since I watched it. And I will already say that I already wish I could go back and watch this for the first time again. Like, it's that good. And I will say, so, like, I watched it in 2D last night at the employee premiere at my movie theater. I work today on Thursday, the 16th, so I can't watch it again. But I do have tickets already for Friday morning. I'm going to watch it in 3D because I feel like I have to. So I'm going to do that Friday, and I don't know if that's not going to change my opinion, probably, but it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for it. What do I say? So the general gist of the film is that Spider-Man gets his identity outed in Far From Home, as you all probably remember. And now everyone knows, and it's kind of ruining his life, and it's ruining his friend's life, and he goes to Doctor Strange with help, trying to make it so that people forget, so that people can have normal lives. But then Peter kind of botches his spell a little bit. Although, granted, I think it's kind of Doctor Strange's fault. And things go awry, and villains start appearing in the multiverse from left and right. And then he's got to deal with that, and he's got to figure out how to put them back, whether he should put them back or not, because he feels bad, because he's Spider-Man, and it's incredible. It is this mash of morals, and I love that, because we don't get a whole lot of that. I do want to talk about Peter Parker here for a second. And in the MCU, we haven't gotten a lot of Peter Parker. Like, it's a lot of Spider-Man, it's a lot of Iron Man Jr., it's got, like, you gotta live up to Iron Man's potential. But this movie takes it a step back, and it's like, hey, you're still a kid, and now everyone knows you're this superhero. What happens with that? And there's some devastating things that happen to this movie. I can't talk about it, but I cried multiple times during this film. Multiple times. There was never a moment where I felt emotionally unengaged. It's still not a perfect film. I mean, I'm gonna rate it like it's perfect because it's my favorite film, like, pretty much of all time. I don't think it's true, but it feels that way. And I just, like, alright, so the things that I didn't like. First of all, the editing is pretty poor in a lot of the fights. Like, there's this fight towards the end with one of the villains and Tom. And essentially what happens there is there's a fight and a tussle, and the editing is, like, garbage. Like, it's really not good. That happens throughout most of the fights. I mean, usually it's just, like, a bunch of villains, and then Tom's like, and that's it. And, like, it looks bad. It really does look bad. And that's unfortunate, because, like, these are really cool fights that I'm really interested in seeing every inch of. But they just kind of go all Zack Snyder, Man of Steel on it, and it really makes me upset, because they didn't have to do that. And I do think that a lot of the emotional impacts are kind of flattened by some of the comedy in this film. This is definitely the darkest film to date, but it's also really wickedly funny. There's a lot of moments that are just absolutely hilarious. So you'll find yourself crying, and then immediately laughing, and then cheering. I mean, I have never cheered in a movie before since, like, Endgame, and even that was kind of a weak cheer. This movie, in my opinion, was better than Endgame. This movie is Endgame for me. This is the end of a whole unit. You feel that at the end of the movie. You leave, and you're like, wow, okay. We don't really know where they're going with this, but I like it. And you know there's 3 more movies coming with Tom Holland, and that just blows my mind, because honestly, at this point, we were all expecting him to be recast. At this point, we were like, okay, well, we got our 3 Spider-Man movies. This has happened before. We've never gotten a 4th one before, so this is it. We're going to get, like, Timothée Chalamet putting on the mask now. No. It's just, like, it's so cool to know that at the end, you're like, wow, everything has changed. And also, nothing has changed, and that's fantastic. I'm so excited to see where they go with this. I know where I'm pretty confident where they're going to go. I can't talk about it. I'm pretty sure I know where they're going, though. And I think it's absolutely genius. I think it's the perfect way to continue the story, because there's definitely a moment where it becomes every movie's the same. And that's kind of how I feel about the other trilogies as well, is a lot of the movies feel tonally the same, whereas in the MCU, these movies are not tonally the same at all. The first one's entirely lighthearted. Far From Home has this really nice ending that doesn't feel lighthearted. It's very, not dark, but it's definitely darker. And this one is a full-blown, dark drama movie with some comedy sprinkled in. And I'm excited to see where they go with this, because honestly, all right, there's a surprise in the end, and I can't really talk about it, but, it's not a huge surprise. It's just, oh, it's so nice. It's so cool. I can't wait till you guys see it. Once you see it, it's literally the last, 4 frames of the film. You're going to be like, whoa, it's so cool. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up rather quickly. Spider-Man No Way Home is a fantastic movie. Run. Do not walk to get your tickets. This is literally an event. It is everything I need in my life, and now it's gone. That's kind of an issue that I'm dealing with right now, is I have nothing to look forward to now. Yeah, other movies are going to be good. In fact, I think there are probably better movies that exist, but this one just feels like everything. I've been waiting for it forever. It is the culmination of 3 generations. I mean, you've seen the trailers, and it blows my freaking mind. I'm going to go ahead and give Spider-Man No Way Home an A+. Have you guys seen Spider-Man No Way Home? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about it. I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I don't think it's technically the best Spider-Man movie, but it is my favorite Spider-Man movie. So I'm already getting nostalgia from it, and that's kind of cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really, truly appreciate it. Please consider subscribing. It's a huge help. We are at 200. So on the 31st of December, I'm going to be doing a live stream from 1 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, just to celebrate 200 subscribers. We're going to do a bunch of little vignettes. It's going to be really fun. So make sure you guys stay tuned and join in for that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.